What's up, Instagram? I am turning off all of my devices. So give me a second. Give me a second. I'm actually about to get ready to record for my podcast tonight. Tonight's conversation is going to be on my podcast. So, yes, ma'am. That's what we doing. What's up? What's up, y'all? Happy Wednesday. I had to look at the calendar again. Happy Wednesday. I'm super excited. First off, go ahead and share this live out with at least 5 people who's going to be getting some value tonight, because I am here to talk about, again, I'm going on my journey. I'm talking about all the different things, right? And so I am here to really talk to you guys about how to choose your focus in your business. And it's probably going to be something you already heard before, but I am super excited to be talking to you guys about it tonight. So let me go ahead. Good day to you too. Let me go ahead and drop a comment right now. Share this with 5 people. All right. And I'm going to go ahead and pin my comment. So for anybody who does not know me, I am Coach Rocky. I'm a content and social media marketing strategist and coach. I also like to coach my clients on IG. I like to teach them how to make money on IG. But most importantly, I like to teach my clients how to make money on and off social media, which is super important. So I'm glad that you guys are joining me on IG. You're probably like, why does Coach Rocky have this mic in front of her? Yes, I have the mic in front of me tonight because I am actually going to be recording tonight for my podcast. Yes, y'all bet y'all didn't even know that sis was rolling out a podcast. So if you're either watching this, hopefully you guys can hear me okay, because I got a different mic on tonight. But hopefully you guys find a lot of value in what we're going to be talking about tonight. And yes, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for sharing out this live tonight. Okay, so let's jump right into it. I'm not going to waste anybody's time. So tonight is all about how to choose your focus as a business owner. All right. And so over the last 4 weeks, there was a common theme that I saw with a lot of us as business owners. Number one, we do one thing okay, or yes, awesome. We do one thing okay, or we find some success from that one particular thing, and then we decide, oh, okay, let me switch focus and do something else because we found success with that one particular thing. In reality, what we should do is just focus on that one thing and keep taking it to the next level, keep taking it to the next level, and keep taking it to the next level. So one of the things that I struggle with is, I have adult ADHD. I mean, where are my ADHD people out there? Ooh, right. I'm not asking nobody to put yourself on blast, but I struggle with, just focusing on one task at a time. I used to like to say that I was a big multitasker, but in reality, multitasking it really slowed me down from getting to the next point. And so I had to figure out how to just focus on one thing in order to be successful in business. Focusing on one thing also helped me to take my business to 6 figures, 2 years in a row. I put it out there 2 years in a row. Focusing on one thing helped me to take my business to 6 figures. However, focusing on too many things has not allowed me to reach my greatest potential. So I'm going to be talking to you guys about that tonight. All right. So jumping right into it. The first thing, and I already hinted at it, the first thing you want to do is choose your one thing and fully commit to your one thing. Okay. Choose your one thing and then fully commit to your one thing. So if you are going to be selling clothes, then you need to figure out, okay, how can I successfully sell a shirt, a pair of pants, whatever it is that you're going to be deciding to do, right? How can I successfully sell this one particular thing, this one particular item? What I find is, especially with a lot of product-based businesses, they struggle because they try to sell a bunch of things at one time and they're not properly marketing those things, right? Because you're all over the place. I want you to buy shirts. I want you to buy pants. I want you to buy the jewelry. I want you to buy, the sunglasses. I want you to buy all these particular things. Instead, we don't focus on just selling one thing, or we don't focus on having one service and then continuously making it bigger over time. So think about your bigger picture when you're putting together your products, your services for your particular business. Here's what I'm actually going to do. I'm going to unplug because I don't like the way I sound. So you want to focus on your one thing so that way you can go to the next level in your business. All right. So what does that look like? You want to outline what the next 1 year, what the next 3 years, what's the next 5 years look like. And I'm just going to keep the example going. So if you have, say for instance, you have, you're selling, where is the badge icon, ma'am? I don't have a badge just yet, but it's coming, boo. If you are selling, a sweatshirt, that's your thing, right? Maybe you sell different types of sweatshirt. Maybe you sell different colors of sweatshirts, but you want to make sure that you're selling just sweatshirts, because if you can't properly market and sell and promote sweatshirts, how are you going to properly market and sell and promote shirts, pants, hats, gloves, glasses, all those things, right? So how are you going to go to the next level if you don't know how to do that one thing? So really outline what the future looks like. So maybe in this first year, you're only focusing on sweatshirts of different varieties. And then in the third year, you're now adding, you've now added a couple different varieties of clothes. You have shirts, you have pants. And then in 5 years, you're probably aspiring to be close to like Fashion Nova, right? And doing all the different things. So you really want to outline what that one thing will look like 5 years from now. What's the bigger picture? What's the big picture? Okay. And that even goes for like service-based businesses. And I'll just speak from my own experience and when I work with my clients. What happens is we try to put our eggs in a whole bunch of buckets. And by putting our eggs in a whole bunch of buckets, we forget which ones are boiled and which ones are ready for me to fry. Let me say that again. When you put all your eggs in just all these different buckets, right? You forget which ones you've already boiled and then which ones are still raw so you can fry it. You need to be able to sometimes put all your eggs in one bucket. Yes, I'm saying that. Sometimes you need to put all your eggs in one bucket. And the key to choosing that one thing and fully committing to it is practice, 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 practice. You're going to fail and then you're going to learn from that failure and you're going to do it again. And then you're going to fail probably again. And then you're going to learn from that and you're going to do it again. And you're going to keep going over and over. All right. Phenomenal said, that's me. I try to focus on too many things at once. Yes. And here's the problem. When you're pulling your energy and focus in a whole bunch of different places, you're taking away from the source. And if you're taking away from the source, you're depleting it of its energy. So now you're confused. You're lost. You don't know where to go next. So it's super important. What I've learned, what I teach to my clients is to find your one thing, look at the bigger picture, what you hope to accomplish over the next maybe even in the next 60 days, 1 year, 3 years, 5 years, and then practice, practice, practice every single day and you will fail. I promise you, you will. But on the other side of failure is success. On the other side of failure is you learning from your previous mistakes. Okay. Number 2. How to choose your focus as a business owner. I'm going to tell you right now, the number one problem that I struggle with and my clients struggle with is that we're thinking about having an employee routine. We've been employees a long time in our lives. Some of us, thankfully, some of y'all have never had to hold jobs, right? But sometimes, but some of us have had jobs for a very long period in our lives. And so we have an employee routine. So employee routine is, okay, the night before I'm going to get my stuff ready for work. I'm going to, make sure that I got all my stuff ready to go so I can get in the car on time. I got to make sure the kids get breakfast. I got to do all this and this and that. Then when I get up in the morning, I got to get ready for work. I got to get the kids ready, put them in the car. I got to drive to work, right? You have employee routines. So when you have employee routines, you have employee behaviors. Okay. So what is yes, it is, right. What does employee behaviors look like? Employee behaviors look like this. You wait for someone to tell you what to do. You go back to what someone has already outlined that you should be doing. Yes. You have been following someone else's blueprint your whole life and being paid to follow their blueprint, that now that you are a CEO, you're lost on what to do because you still have an employee behavioral mindset going. So what you have to do is start to put yourself in a CEO routine, a CEO mindset, a CEO behavior, all that stuff. You have to do this if you are going to go to the next level. So a lot of us, we need to strip ourselves of the employee routine, employee behavior, employee mindset, and start to adapt a CEO mindset. So let me tell you what I had to do and then what I show my clients what they have to do. And you're probably going to be like, okay, what's she going to talk about? What she got going on? Okay, first things first, y'all, you have to take care of your mental. Yes, you have to take care of your mental. All right. Before I go into that, I just want to reset the room really quickly. First off, thank you guys for joining me tonight. You're probably wondering why I have this mic in front of me. I'm actually recording for my podcast that I'm going to be launching probably later this month. I'm recording my podcast. And so I have this mic in front of me because I'm recording the audio for tonight. Okay. All right. Going back into it, CEO routine. We need a CEO routine, CEO behavior, CEO mindset. And the way you develop a CEO mindset is really through your habits. Okay, what habits are you really putting together each and every day? Think about your habits that you had under an employee routine. You would get your outfit out for the day. You get your shoes out. You might even pack your lunch. You might even do, you might even do all those things just to prepare you to go to someone else's business. Well, guess what? You got to do the same thing. Anybody, let me ask y'all this question. Anybody in the car and they turn on a specific type of music so that way they can prepare to go to work? Okay. Listen, I'm definitely going to hit you up. Anybody get in the car and turn on a specific type of music so they can prepare to go to work? I'm going to admit to you, mine's is trap music. Okay. When I would be riding into work, I turn on some trap music because y'all ain't going to play with me when I get up in here. Okay. I'm going to come in here. I'm going to be lit. I'm going to be turned up. I might even turn on some Juvenile 400 Degrees because I'm about to be lit when I walk up into this workplace. It's the same thing when you are a CEO. So you need to, what is your music that helps you get going for the day? What is your meditation? What is your prayer? How do you prep yourself for the day? How do you plan yourself for the day to be able to be successful as a CEO? For me, I have my, oh Lord, I can't say her name. I have my Alexa set up with a whole morning routine. In the morning, guess what I do? I tell her, I say, good morning. And then she outlines what the weather is like for the day, what top news is going on for the day. She turns on my meditation music, which I then go into meditating for about 10 minutes. And in those 10 minutes, I do what I call a 5-minute rundown. And the 5-minute rundown is me just cataloging all the things I need to do for the day, what barriers might get in my way, how am I going to overcome those barriers, right? And then the other 5 minutes is really for me to connect with everything else that I got going on. I light my sage. I might even light a candle. I just go ahead and plug in, and I do that for 10 minutes. And you might say to yourself, 10 minutes doesn't sound like a lot of time. But over time, that 10 minutes really helps you go to the next level. Now, my goal is to get up to 30 minutes. Right now, I'm doing 10 minutes. My CEO routine is 10 minutes. You might only be able to do 5. You might be able to do 30. It just depends. Okay. But I take that time out in the morning. And then once that meditation is over, guess what? I have her play my morning song. Okay. My morning song is Okay by Naomi Rain. And she is a gospel singer, but I feel like me and her could be sisters. And if you ever listen to that song, it's called Okay by Naomi Rain. And really what it helps me do is check in with God in the morning and help me check my stress and my anxiety level. So listen, I have a CEO routine. Next thing I do after that is I'm like, okay, I got my boards. And if you guys have ever seen my boards, I have boards in my room. I have a board that's for every day. And then I have just long-term boards. Remember I said I have 1 year, 3 year, 5 year. I have a 1 year board, a 3 year board, and a 5 year board. And then I have a right now board, pretty much like a right now board. So I have these whiteboards and I look at them and I say to myself, okay, what do I need to do now? What do I need to do now? I'm telling y'all right now. Hey, Priscilla, what do I need to do now, which is today? What do I need to do this week? And what do I need to do for others? So what do I need to do now, which is today? What do I need to do this week? And then what do I need to do for others? And so let me tell you who others are, because y'all probably like, and Shaq's on here. Shaq is probably like, girl, what are you talking about? What you going to do for others? Because Shaq knows I don't do much for others. I do stuff for others, but let me explain what this means. This is my mom who lives with me, is my daughter, right? These are the only others that I'm talking about. My daughter has a dance this week. Did I order her outfits? Do we have the makeup plan? Do we have all this stuff that we need to take care of? So that's my others. You need to decide who your others are, because you can't focus on everybody. As a CEO, you cannot focus on everybody. I'm going to be real with you. As an employee, it was your job to focus on everybody else and everybody else's problems. As a CEO, you have to start to figure out what you're going to put your focus on. And that's just on period. Okay. Another part of my CEO routine is having accountability people, having an accountability group, having people in my circle that encourages me, that I can share my goals with, that also shoots the shit with me. They will tell me, oh, you didn't reach that goal? Girl, you slacking. Oh, I'm going to reach that goal. I bet you $100 I'm going to reach that goal. And if I don't reach it, then you got to pay me this, or you got to do me that. I have an accountability group. We're competitive, but we're also compassionate towards each other. Yes, competitive, but compassionate towards each other, because we all have different lives, right? But I have an accountability group that I talk to pretty much every single day. And you're probably like, wait, hold on. You talk to your accountability group every day? Yes, I do. I talk to them every day. Every day we're sharing something. It could be something as quick as, okay, what did you get accomplished today? Why didn't you get that accomplished today? What's going on? Shaq is my client. He's on here. And I told him that I have these. I don't waste time on the phone with people. Right? So I have an accountability group. I also do time blocking. If you guys have ever heard me talk about the Pomodoro method, I do time blocking. So whenever I get ready to work, I start to do 25-minute increments. I take a small break, and then I do another 25-minute increment, but it's a new set. I don't go back to the old thing I was doing. See, the problem is we spend too much time working on the same thing for long periods of time. It doesn't make any sense. I am more productive when I can work on something for 25 minutes. I know I got to get this shit done in 25 minutes. And then I take a break. Hey, Millies, I take a break and then I go do something new. So what it's doing is building up this challenge in me. Oh, I got to get this done in 25 minutes. I said I was going to get these emails out in this 25 minutes. So it's building that momentum up for me to really get it done in that particular time frame. Because once I move on to the next thing, I know that I may not get to it. Now, of course, depending on what I have outlined for the day, I might get back to it later. But that competitiveness, that spirit, that challenge, knowing that I'm going to be going to something new and not this, it actually pushes me to get more done. So I do time blocking. I do the Pomodoro method. But another thing that I do is I do something called Eat the Frog. And I didn't even know I was doing this until I read a book on productivity. I read an article on productivity, and it led me to reading a book on productivity, the 4-Hour Work Week, or the 12 weeks in a year. And I didn't even know I was eating the frog, until I read those books. So let me tell you what Eat the Frog is, right? I basically found the juiciest, fattest frog, and I ate that frog first. What? You eating frogs, Coach Rocky? Are you really eating frogs? No, technically I'm not. But what that means is I found the most challenging thing that I needed to tackle for the day, and I did that thing first. That's the first thing I did. If it was the most challenging thing that I had to do all day, then I did that thing first. It says, eat that big frog. That's what I did. I just ate the big frog. And then later on, I ate the rest of the small frogs. So yes, I ate the frog, right? And then throughout the day, and if you guys watch my stories, you see that I take mental and physical breaks. One of my most favorite mental and physical breaks is I go outside and get some sunlight, take a little quick walk. I might even talk to you guys in my stories during that time. You guys express you like when I talk to you guys during my stories during that time. So I just decided I would just, have story time, whether I'm talking about something business, I'm talking about something personal, or I'm just sharing. Like today, I shared that I'm tired of all these darn crickets. Like, why is there crickets out at 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the day? What is going on, right? So I'm taking that mental and physical reset of some time to really connect and just reset. Because the sun also helps boost endorphins. When you're exercising, that's boosting endorphins, is building up is bringing out those nice warm and fuzzy things, right? All right, so just take a quick second. Hey y'all, what's up? Welcome to my live tonight, especially if you're new. I am Coach Rocky. Someone probably invited you, or you're already in my community, and I just want to say thank you for joining me on tonight. Tonight I'm talking about how you can choose your focus as a business owner. And so we talked about making sure you choose that one thing and fully committing to it. The second thing we just finished up was talking about the CEO routine, right? Not the employee routine that we've all been accustomed to, but you need to adapt a CEO routine. And now I'm going to talk to some of y'all about, avoiding the squirrel syndrome. Avoiding the squirrel syndrome, okay? And if you're wondering why I have this mic in front of me, I'm recording the audio for my podcast, and that's why I got the mic. Y'all are going to see this more often, so get used to this mic being in front of me. Unless I'm out and about, get used to it being in front of me. So avoiding the squirrel syndrome. The problem with the squirrel syndrome is that when you have squirrel syndrome, you don't have the ability to focus. You can't focus on one thing. Right? You also are doing this constant back and forth. You're constantly doubting yourself, doubting your decisions, what you should be, moving forward on, what you shouldn't be moving forward on, whatever the case may be, right? You're just constantly doing like a back and forth type thing. You see how squirrels run back and forth across the road? They're like, do I want to be on that side? Do I want to be on this side? Do I want to be on that side? They cannot focus on one thing. And then finally, you multitask. Ooh, hold on. I'm about to break something down that y'all probably didn't even think about. Do you know that multitasking is an employee routine? I'm taking a second to breathe here because I didn't realize this until someone truly broke this down for me. One of my coaches broke this down for me, and he is the hater of squirrels. Yes, Priscilla, I know, right? He is the hater of squirrels. He hates squirrels. He thinks they're evil, and even more so metaphorically, he hates squirrels, okay? But he said multitasking is an employee routine, it's an employee behavior, and it's employee mindset. It's what you're conditioned to do when you go to work. They want you to multitask. They want you to be able to do several things at one time so you can be more efficient, more proficient, be more productive, right? If you get productivity numbers at work, I've worked in a call center, you get productivity numbers at work. The faster you move and get people on and off the phone, the better you do and perform. But when he broke this down for me, I said, I am so going to steal this. So I'm stealing it. Thank you so much. Multitasking is an employee routine or an employee behavior, employee mindset. And here's why. When you are constantly trying to do a whole bunch of things at one time, you can never truly put your energy into the one thing you need to do. Now, this does not mean I'm on Google Docs copying the stuff that I need to put into my email. This means I'm on ManyChat, I'm on Google Docs, I'm also trying to send an email, I'm also yelling at them damn crazy ass kids. I'm doing all these things, right? Because I've been conditioned to believe that multitasking is going to get me to the next level. And you listen, somebody's going to listen to this. Somebody's probably watching this right now, and they're like, what is she talking about? You need to be able to focus on completing one thing at a time in your business. The moment that you spread yourself too thin and you start doing too many things is when you start to go through squirrel syndrome. You can't focus. You're going back and forth. You're doubting yourself. You're not getting things done. You don't have things planned out. You're all over the place. And that's not good. That's not good. So we have to recondition ourselves and understand that this multitasking is not always good as a CEO. Now, you can multitask on one task. Let's be very clear. You can multitask on one task, but we should really think about how we are utilizing our multitasking skills for our business. Whew. Y'all don't hate me. Y'all don't hate me, okay? One thing I also want to stress to you guys is that throughout the day, I make sure to focus on, there's 5 money-making activities that I focus on throughout the day, but I make sure to at least pull I got to get 2 payments for something out of all 5 of those money-making activities. It can be sending emails. It can be following up with people who sent me DMs. It can be following up with people who booked discovery calls with me to figure out what they want to do, where they're trying to go in their next steps. It could be also nurturing Facebook groups, LinkedIn groups, and reaching out to people that responded to my polls on LinkedIn and asking them, hey, I saw you made this comment, or you put this as your result on my poll on LinkedIn, and I just wanted to connect with you. It could be following up with the people who followed me the previous day and sending them a message, welcoming them into my community and asking them what's their biggest struggle. I complete at least 5 money-making activities a day. I teach it in my programs, all the different types of money-making activities, but I do complete at least 5 money-making activities, and at least 2 of them generates income into my business. If you're not doing money-making activities, you're basically wasting your time. And if you're wasting your time, hey, Coach Fee, hey, Coach Kafia, if you're wasting your time, then boo, why are you in business? If you're not generating income, then why are you in business? Every task that I get ready to perform, I'm like, where's the money in this? Where's the money in this? Okay. And let's be very clear about something. I'm not saying, oh, I don't want to serve and I don't want to be in my purpose. I'm not saying I don't want to do any of that. But what I'm saying is, when I get ready to send this email, where is the money in this? The money in this could easily be, do I have a link to book a call? Do I have a link to a service that I provide? Do I have, am I telling them about something that I'm promoting, that I have on sale? What is it? Where's the money in this? So keep that in mind as you're completing these tasks throughout the day, okay? I do want to share some tips with y'all, if y'all don't mind. And for anybody who's just now joining me, I just want to say tonight, I'm talking about how to choose your focus as a business owner. And you see this mic in front of me. It's because I'm recording tonight for my podcast. I'm doing the audio, right? And so you guys will get used to it, because this mic is going to be in front of me very much more often as I record for my podcast. But I'm super excited that you're here tonight and you're sharing your time and attention with me. And please share this live out. And for those of you who have already shared it, I love you. Love you, love you, love you, love you, love you. Okay. So last couple things. What are your leisure activities? Okay. Are you watching more TV than you're actually spending on your business? Are you, doing more of the fun stuff than you are doing the funds stuff? Okay. Like, limit your leisure activities. I actually reward myself with TV at the end of the week. I usually don't watch TV throughout the week. I reward myself with TV at the end of the week. And I usually will reward myself from anywhere from 1 to 3 hours of TV. Just really depends on what I actually accomplished throughout the week. Okay. So also, do you have your systems in place? So systems are sexy. Don't let nobody lie to you. Systems are sexy. Thank you. Systems are sexy, y'all. So do you have your systems in place? This can be your email marketing systems. This could be your text marketing systems. This could be your funnel systems. This could be your DM replies, automatic responses in your DMs when people reach out to you. If you sell products and you have it where people can reach out to you on social media, you should definitely have your FAQ set up. You should have some sort of automated responses, because that's going to help you improve in the customer service aspect of your business. So keep that in mind. I also, except for on Saturdays, I'm about to tell y'all one thing. I wake up every day between 5:30 and 6:30. Research shows that your brain is at its best potential between the hours of 5:30 a.m. and 6:30 a.m. Doesn't mean it's for everybody, but for certain people, especially for me, that's when my brain is popping. Okay. Except for on Saturdays. Okay. On Saturdays, it is my mission to sleep in till 12 o'clock. You are not waking me up before 12 on a Saturday. Unless I have something super uber important, I am sleeping till 12 o'clock. And I be damned if anybody wakes me up. That is my self-care, self-love, whatever you want to call it. That is me taking care of me. I don't care if I'm asleep for 12 or 14 hours. I ain't waking up before 12 o'clock on a Saturday. After that, I'll do whatever I need to do. So you guys got to have some of that in you as well. What days are you taking some breaks? Okay. All right. So I'm going to just wrap this up with my top tips. I see that somebody requested to come up on the live. If anybody wants to join me on the live, please feel free to send the request button. Once I'm done, I will allow you guys to come up. We can do Q&A. We can talk. We can chat. Whatever you want to do. You just want to rock it with your girl. All right. So here's some tips that my mentor gave me, and I told him that I was going to steal. I already stole one tip from him. We already talked about having a singular goal. So you have a singular goal that has different things that you want to do. So if your goal is to sell that shirt, how many colors of that shirt, how many sizes of that shirt, you want to market, promote, and you just want to do the thing with that one shirt. You got to have one singular goal in mind, and you really have to just tackle that goal and just keep practicing. That leads into the second tip, which is to practice the same kick 1,000 times. I believe he got that from Bruce Lee, but to practice the same kick 1,000 times, what does that mean? The first kick will not be as high as the 1,000th kick. With practice comes proficiency, efficiency, all that stuff. So you need to practice the same kick 1,000 times. All right. Practice fear eating. What? Fear eating? What am I doing? Fear eating. If it scares you or if it's a fear, do it. Just eat it. Take it. Whatever it is. If it scares you and it's your fear, just eat it. It doesn't matter if it scares you. It doesn't matter if it fears you. If you feel any inkling of fear, that should be telling you right now, this is the thing I need to do right now. This is the thing I need to do right now. Do you hear me? So eat the fear. Okay, I wanted to say something else, but I'm going to try to keep it as PG as possible. I already dropped a couple cuss bombs. I'm just going to put it out there. Make it fun. Make it fun. Listen, y'all, I don't care if I have 2 people, I have 1 person, I have 10 people on live. I'm going to go hard and I'm going to have fun. You know why? Because for me, connecting with you guys like this is fun. So make it fun. Have some fun with it. You wear your filter. You got your lights. I got my mic right here. Make it fun. Enjoy yourself, right? And let it come naturally. Don't force it. Listen, if it takes force, it's not your purpose. If it takes force, it's not your purpose. I feel like I'm yelling. If it takes force, it's not your purpose. If it takes force, it's not your purpose. Whoo. If it takes force, it's not your purpose. Now, I don't want nobody saying, well, Coach Rocky, I had to force myself out of bed. It wasn't my purpose to get up. Don't y'all start with me. Don't start. But what I'm saying is the things that you say you love to do and you're passionate about, if it takes force for you to get through it, it's not your God-given purpose, boo. It's just not. It should flow naturally. This is my purpose. At one point, we had 1 person on this live. We only had phenomenal dolls. And guess what? Phenomenal. I only got hyper, didn't I? I just turned up even more. It was only 1. Then it went to maybe 5, and then at one point it was 8. But guess what? This is my purpose. My purpose is to pour into you and serve. And to let you know you can do this stuff too. I was about to cuss again. I'm trying not to do it. Because I'm putting this podcast together. I don't want it to be like, oh, it's all censored. But if it's not your purpose, you're going to have to force it. And if you have to force it, it don't feel good, okay? Promote yourself. Promote yourself. Do not be afraid to promote yourself. Now, it doesn't mean over promote yourself, because there's a thing that's killing us with your promotions, but promote yourself. Promote yourself. And I have a rule. I give 80% value and 20% promotion. But right now it's November. Y'all gonna get 80% promotion and 20% value. I'm gonna try to give y'all a good mix of it. But goddamn it, I'm gonna promote myself. And don't be afraid to promote yourself. If you're on my email list, you're gonna get a promotion. If you're on my text list, you're gonna get a promotion. If you follow me on Instagram, you don't have to follow me. You're gonna get a promotion. If you in my Facebook group, you're gonna get a promotion. Because even though I don't own these platforms, you own my real estate. I'm leasing this right now. So I'm going to promote. I'm still going to give value, but I'm going to promote. Promote yourself and don't be afraid to do it. Don't be afraid to do it. A lot of us are afraid to ask for the sale. That's crazy. I want you to buy this. Come get this work, boo. Do you hear what I'm saying? Whew. Okay. It's not about how hard you hit, but how you get up after getting hit hard. Okay? It's not about how hard you hit, but how you get up after getting hit hard. I really want y'all to let that sink in. We will get pushed down over and over and over. Hey, Vern, we'll get pushed down over and over and over. It will hurt, but sometimes it will hurt and you will get right back up and you're going to be okay. I promise you, okay? It only takes you being successful once at that one thing. It's hard work and determination that will get you there. Be the first and the last. What that means is if I'm going to show up first, I'm also going to be the last one there too. Do you hear what I'm saying? Whew. So when it comes down to it, y'all, when you have to choose your focus as a business owner, right? When you have to choose what you focus on, you really want to focus on that one thing. That one thing is what's going to help you go to the next level. That one thing is what's going to help you really figure out how many colors of this shirt should I do? How many sizes of this shirt should I do? How many people do I need to sell to? Right? But when you're focusing on selling so many different things, and I'm learning this too, when you're focusing on selling so many different things, it's hard for you to put energy, good, loving energy into the thing you love to do. Hey, Lena, right? So that's what I really wanted to chat with you guys tonight about. I see somebody requested to come up with me. I'm not sure. It doesn't look like he's here. So I'm just going to remove, I'm going to take him off of the request thing. But if any of you guys want to come up, even if you just want to talk about some of the things that we talked about tonight, I'm just going to tell you, don't be afraid. Don't be shy. If any of you guys want to come up and even just elaborate on some of the things that we talked about tonight, I saw especially Phenomenal was in the comments saying that these are some of the things that she struggles with. I saw Priscilla basically saying that, she struggles with the squirrel syndrome, right? I saw some of you guys talking about, you're all over the place, right? We're all there. I promise you, we've all been through it. We've all been, and I'm going through it. If somebody who makes 6 figures in business can tell you they suffer with squirrel syndrome, I promise you there's other people who do too. But here's the kicker. Here's the key. They're mastering their focus on the one thing. They're mastering their focus on the one thing. And then if they find that they're spread too thin, they're learning to then delegate it to other people. So you hire a VA, you hire an assistant, you hire this person, you hire that person, so you can function in your zone of genius. Yes, Lena, I know those eyes, boo. This conversation is generated. It sounds like a commercial. This conversation is generated from my accountability sessions with my people. Remember I told y'all earlier, part of my CEO routine is having an accountability group. This conversation comes from my accountability group. So when you're able to focus on that one thing and master it and practice it, kick it 1,000 times over and over and over, you get better. You get better. And that's what you have to focus on. Okay? Woo. Listen, I know I went in a little bit tonight and I'm sorry, but I love y'all. I really am starting to understand how lack of focus and attention really affects me. And I'm at that point of it. Okay. So Phenomenal just requested to come on up. Phenomenal, please come on up. I just accepted your request. I appreciate you for wanting to come up. And hey girl, how you doing?
Hey, doing wonderful, Coach Rocky. How are you?
I'm doing great. I cannot complain at all. What's up, girl? What you want to talk to the people about?
Yes, I want to say, Coach Rocky, thank you so much for your informative information and just, enlightening us, because I want to jump on here real quick and say I have that problem because with me, I always been so creative and things like that. And it's like a whole lot of things and ideas comes to my mind, all at once, and I write them down. And also I feel like that I have to get it done, because if I don't get it done and my mind is going like, I'll forget it, you know? So it's like I'm running my own self, like you said, like a squirrel, because I have to feel like that I have to accomplish all of those things
Mm-hmm.
before I forget about, that it's important and that this idea came to me,
Ooh, and what's so powerful about that is if you just write it down in an idea bank, it won't go away. It, but if
Right.
you try to do it all at that one time, it's going to distract you from doing the one thing that you should be focusing on. So I'm glad you were on tonight because I know you do a lot, and being creative, because I'm a creative too, y'all. Being creative, it stresses me the F out. Okay. It stresses me out.
Right.
I also know that it's my superpower. And it's also a purpose that God gives to me. And when yielded the wrong way, it won't work. It just won't work.
Right.
So I have to learn how to use my superpower in its right way in order for it to be effective, in order for me to get to the next level, in order for me to operate in my purpose that God has given to me. I have to know how to use it. So even for you, with all the things that you do, with all the creative avenues that you go down, what is that one thing? And you got to stick to it. And I tell
Hmm.
you guys, it sucks. It sucks doing one thing. When you're a creative person, it sucks because you're like, I want to do everything,
Yeah.
but you can't. You're going to wear yourself.
Right. Right.
You're going to wear yourself.
Right.
So let me ask you this, and this is for everybody, even in the comments. What are you going to commit to today to change this, I would say, bad habit? What are you going to do?
What I'm going to do, Coach Rocky, is, continue to write things down and just say, well, okay, I have this planner or journal, because I love planners, you guys. I love journals. I just love writing everything down. I have to have like a million of them. So I'm going to tell myself and change that, okay, I have these ideas. I have it written down, in front of me, but I'm just going to go ahead and focus on the first thing that's on this list, on this checklist, and complete it. And once it's complete, then I'll move along until everything is done, instead of trying to look at this list and look at these ideas and get it all done in one specific, day,
Exactly. Exactly. And I have one, two, three, four whiteboards in my room. And I truly mean what I say. Do it now. Do it for the business this week, and then do it for others. That's like my main board that sits here. And then I have a 1 year board, a 3 year board, and a 5 year board. I actually cleared them off because I'm readjusting my goals. But this allows me to say, okay, if I was in your shoes, right? Oh, I want to start selling jeans. But is jeans something I need to do in the next 90 days? Nah. So let me put this on the 1 year board. I want to sell jeans in the next 365 days. And then that's how I just structure it out. And that helps me. It keeps me sane, honestly. And when you do that, you can then say, you know what? I prepared myself well enough to now sell jeans, or I prepared myself well enough to now add bedazzle jeans. I don't know, whatever it is you guys want to do. But you can't put everything on the do it now board, because do it now becomes I'm overwhelmed.
Exactly right.
Yeah. So listen, I appreciate you stepping up and saying something, and just making that commitment. I know that you are a 10-figure brand. And I remember this from the other day. I
Thank you.
know that you are a 10-figure brand, but you have to stop operating on a 4-figure brand mindset. Do you hear me? I hope I spoke to somebody else when I said that. You have to
Yes.
stop operating on a four-figure mindset. Okay. So I appreciate you, sis. Thank you so much for coming up here. I'm always rooting for you in everything that you do, and all of your business. And I'm here as well. If you ever need anything, you can definitely reach out to me. Okay.
Yes, sis. Thank you. Thank you so much for allowing me to be a part of this wonderful live. Thank you so much. Much love.
And much love to you too. All right, y'all. Does anybody else want to come on up and chat with me tonight before I hop off here? Because again, I'm just super proud. I am super proud of her because y'all don't even know where she's come from. From the first time that I met her, which was probably about over a month ago, to even now, her glow is just completely different. So just imagine when she's able to really focus on the one thing that's, hey, Mama Shay, when she's focused on that one thing, like, yeah, she gonna have a 10-figure brand, okay? 10-figure brand, all right? All right, y'all. So I don't have any more requests for y'all to come on up. Tonight's live is, sponsored by Rock Your Content Academy and Coach Rocky. Yes, I got my mic here because I'm recording audio for my podcast. And I just really, we have so much more to talk about. Tomorrow I will be back live. I'm not sure if it's going to be 6 p.m. or 8 p.m., but I'll let you guys know tomorrow what time I'll be back on live. And then we'll do this again. Tomorrow I have a whole nother thing that we're going to be talking about. I'm going to have my mic again. And also, I just want to show y'all what I got on tonight. Tonight I am rocking my Manifest That Ish sweatshirt. Elevate with Vern. Yes. Tap in with her, buy her sweatshirts. I absolutely love my sweatshirts. I purchased a whole bunch of them from her. She has a lifelong customer. And here's the thing, I don't get an affiliate for saying buy her stuff. But now that I'm putting this on my podcast, I might have to start thinking about that. I'm gonna have to start thinking about that. Now that I'm on my podcast. And if you're listening to the audio on the podcast, yes, Elevate with Vern on Instagram. She sells some amazing shirts. Mine says Manifest That Ish. And that's what I'm doing every single day. I just want to say I love y'all. Listen, why not? I just want to say I love y'all. I appreciate y'all for tuning in with me and always being in my community, for sharing out the live. And once this is posted, share it with somebody else, because here's the thing. We all know someone who's operating on an employee mindset, employee routine, employee behaviors, and they need to be switching it to a whole CEO lifestyle. Do you hear me? Okay. All right, y'all. I'm proud of y'all. I will see y'all tomorrow. Y'all have an amazing night.